Hey guys, eyes were still running a little late there. So it cools me. It cools me why I set up and I'm running late. Alright. MS Monday. Live now at ICanBeatMS. And hello, the first person. First person on the screen right here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Bathroom visit was not a pleasant one. So, still running kind of late. So, I'm setting up. So, bear with me. Hello, Miss Washington. Come on, computer. Come on. Come on, computer. Computer, come on. Alright. I'm coming. It's coming. If you're watching right now live and you haven't liked ICanBeatMS, shame on you. Shame on you. Go ahead and MS that like button and MS that follow button so that you can get these notifications that we're having a heck of a time here talking live and whatnot. All right, let's see. I would love to sure. We're talking about being diagnosed with MS. As you guys know, multiple sclerosis. Say it with me. Can you say it with me? You have to say it a certain way. You can't just sit up here and come on and not know how to say the name of the show. Okay? You have to say the show correctly if you're going to be on the show. You can't just have stuff. It is Multiple Sclerosis Monday, and we normally talk about the medical side of MS Monday, unless someone sends me something right before I go on and I'm like mind blown that I have to change the subject like I did last time. Did you listen? And hello guys that are coming in. I totally appreciate you guys coming in and bearing with me the fact that I still don't feel good. So it is really up to y'all how long this show lasts today, because if comments are coming in and whatnot, and is opening up dialect and whatnot, then but I'm still kind of running on fumes here, kind of tired. I had a long day at work as well, but I'm trying to get someone on here. Someone needs to be watching this. A lot of you guys need to be watching this. I'm just saying, not because this handsome face is up here, but the fact that we love each other, and I wouldn't want to be part of another community. I love this community. This is like the best community in the world to me. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. Would not change it for nothing in the world. So let me just share this right quick. And you guys, while I'm sharing this, you can share it as well. But I need to really share this with this certain individual. And hopefully he can get on, because this subject, I feel, can help him, if not anybody else as well. A lot of more people that are going through the same thing. Okay, let's make sure he can get on here. Hopefully he can come on and he can watch. If not, I just send it to him after I get finished. All right, so running late. Appreciate you guys coming on. The people that are on right now, I totally appreciate it. Go ahead and share it, guys. Today's Tuesday. They're probably not looking for me to be on. So feel free to share it. So today's subject, right? I was just diagnosed with MS. What do I do now? By the hands of thumbs, when you got diagnosed with MS, was that your question? You know, there's only like 3 people watching, maybe 3, 4, 5, possibly 5 at the most. So I should at least see 3 thumbs pop up, at least 3. No. Do I have to put my thumb up? Oh Lord. Really, guys? My 2 viewers that are watching don't want to give me no thumbs up. Okay, at least 1. Thank you. Thank you. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much there, thumb giver. I totally appreciate that. So, yeah, I see it now. I see it. I saw them. It took a minute. You know, Facebook lags with me sometimes because it knows that I'm making some big moves when it comes down to MS. And they're just trying to hold us down, guys. They're trying to make us be quiet, and we're not going to be quiet, especially not me. I'm going to pester everybody. Hello, TJ. I'm going to just pester everybody and just wake everybody up. Just wake everybody up and make them understand that the fact that people are here and we have MS, and a lot of us sit up there and we go in the doctor's office and we try to figure out what the heck's going on. And just like another warrior told, it explained to me, no literature, no information, nothing. Just basically a send home and like slap on the wrist type thing. You'll get it. You're gonna be okay. You just gonna have to deal with it. Who in the hell tells somebody that you've been diagnosed with an incurable disease? You're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh God, people these days, man, it's just it really doesn't make any sense, and it's sad, and I feel real bad that this person had to hear that. It really TJ, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So this is me doing what I got to do, you know. I knew I really needed to get on, and then when I saw that message that the warrior sent me, I really knew I needed to get on. A lot of people are scared, guys. A lot of people are scared. A lot of us are OG, old gangsters in the MS world, where we've been diagnosed for 20, 30 plus years maybe. And sometimes we could look at new diagnoses and kind of not understand where they're coming from. Because you guys have been diagnosed that long, you know, you barely had medication to work with. So if you really, I would think you guys could understand more with people being diagnosed now. They're scared because you didn't have anything, even though we've had something. But for someone to tell another person that you're going to have to deal with it, what kind of medicine is that? Send somebody home to deal with it. You know what that means to me personally? I feel that it's just you don't know a dang thing about MS, and so you're sending this person home to learn something by themselves. Heck, if I'm not mistaken, don't they got computers at the nurses' desks or something? Can't they sit and print out a booklet for you to tell you that, by the way, we need you to go home and flip yourself like this. If you have a broken leg and all this, why you can't go on and find a couple of sites for me to go look at? Hey, matter of fact, if you need to, just print me out a big old piece of paper saying go home and Google multiple sclerosis or something. Don't just tell somebody to go home and deal with something. That's messed up. Miss Barbara, I gotta call you. I do apologize. I haven't called you yet. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't get it. Why would you do someone like that? Why? It's sad. But I haven't seen him come up yet. I'm hoping he's not scared. But if push comes to shove, I share the video. Share the video with him. But I have some bullet points, but I don't even know if I want to do the bullet points. I really just want to talk about it, to be honest with you. And for you guys that are coming in, I totally appreciate you watching. I know this is Tuesday. This is like one of those special events when I can't. I was really tired yesterday. It was unexpected at the really last minute, and so I do appreciate you guys bearing with me. I'm doing a little bit better, but yeah, I have to be this person here, MS Warrior. I have to be this warrior because I know I am, and I know you guys are, and we're strong together. This is part of the reason why I can do this, why I can get up when my body's telling me no, sit down. We need each other more than ever, and this is like one of those days. So I was asking people, and so we have more people in now, so I'm asking the questions one more time. At the point of being diagnosed with MS, were you scared? Were you like, what am I going to do now? What the heck is this? And you know, you gave me thumbs up. I got a couple of thumbs up already, but I just want to ask that question again. We have a couple of more people come in, but so this is my thing. Regardless of you in that darn airplane, I don't want to be next to you or by you when that airplane hits. It didn't hit me yesterday. I didn't get hit by an airplane. I got hit by something yesterday. What didn't feel good at all. And I don't really think it was MS that was bothering me. I think it was some other situation that I was going through. But see, look, I told you we got some OGs in here that's been 20 plus. And Jalissa was pregnant, kind of like my sister was. She was pregnant when she got diagnosed, and it hit her pretty hard. She had a stroke and whatnot. But so you know what? Let me look at this. Let me take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my bullet points. Alright, so my first bullet point is find out what type of MS you have been diagnosed with. Okay? Research, but don't overly research. And last but not least, find support. Okay? So we're going to dive into this first bullet point. Find out what type of MS you've been diagnosed with. Alright? A lot of people may not know that we have 4 types of MS. Okay? I'm going to pull that up for you. Can somebody give me a couple? Let's see. Can some of you OGs tell me? See, Miss Land was diagnosed with remitting MS, but you just got changed to progressive. That's not good. And Miss Sherry, she's in the 4th stage. Then that's not a great stage to be in. But I can say, I don't know about anyone else, and don't say that I'm downing anybody, guys, when I say this, because Miss Sherry's the only one that I've come across that's progressive. That's in stage 4. And you need one of these. This is what you need right here, because this is basically who you are, Miss Sherry. You are what we should all be. If you don't know Miss Sherry is a person that, let's take cancer for an example. She's in stage 4 MS, and if she had cancer, the doctors will probably say, you only have such and such amount of time to live, and we could try some things, but I don't know if I want to waste time on you. A lot of doctors say stuff like that, but Miss Sherry is doing something that a lot of us that are in the 1st stage should be taking so much advantage of. And know what that is? That's Miss Sherry is living her life. She's not worried about what stage she's in. She knows that it can be a problem. She can get depressed at sometimes. She knows her limits, but that doesn't stop her for trying to push the envelope. So I want to get clap for Miss Sherry. Take my hat off to Miss Sherry. And I am proud to know Miss Sherry. I am proud to come across Miss Sherry. I am proud to know Miss Sherry has touched so many people that she's touched. So it is a wonderful thing. And hello guys, for you guys that are coming in, I totally appreciate you watching today. Multiple sclerosis Monday. And if you can't say it right, guys, you have to go into the mirror and you practice, because you have to say multiple sclerosis. If you're gonna watch this show every Monday, you have to watch this, guys. And so, but yeah, let's see here. We're gonna give you a little. I am going to provide the link of the 4 types. You can look at it yourself after the show if you want to, and I'm going to also speak on them as well. Let me look at some of these comments here. Mary. I love this channel too. I love this channel. This is like I even go back and I watch myself sometimes. It's not because I'm being egotistic or anything, but I have to practice what I preach sometimes, because I tell you guys, you don't need to be depressed or whatnot and do all this stuff. And sometimes I have to go back to some of my titles as well. And if you haven't seen all of my titles, you need to take your butt over to YouTube and put in the search engine ICanBeatMS, because Multiple Sclerosis Monday and Fierce Friday is on there too. And you hit that subscribe button and you like some of the things and you comment, and I get all of that stuff, guys. But anyway, so no, thank you, Miss Sherry. You have to live one day at a time, guys. Before I actually get into the types of MS, let me express something. Our present, okay? Our present, as in now, our present our present creates a past, our past, that paves the way for our future. So let me say that one more time. Our present creates our past that paves the way for our future. I am a true believer that past, present, future was in the wrong order, because in order for us to get the past, we had to be present. And so I look at it as in present, past, then the future. And what we do now becomes the past, which we look forward into the future because of what we just did, which just made the past, if that might just confuse you guys. So you got to really understand what's going on. The decisions that we make, especially with us being diagnosed with MS, is going to make one heck of a past. Either we're going to hate the past or we're going to enjoy looking back at the past. Or we're going to sit and make the past just torment us, which a past that is tormenting us is the past that we used to have before we got diagnosed. The past that we maybe so-called love and we feel we got robbed. MS just robbed us of our past. And I've said it plenty times before, a lot of us have had past where it was just icky in the first place. So why would you want to go back to that? Why? And I've talked to a lot of warriors that have said that, man, MS has been the best thing outside of the pain and hurt and the fact that I can't walk the way that I used to. MS has been the best thing to me. It has changed my life. It has made me view life better. I have had a couple of people tell me that MS made me retire. And if I hadn't retired, I would have been working my butt off to this day. And I'm being able to enjoy myself, to enjoy my kids. Yes, again, I might be hurting. Yes, again, I might not be able to do the things that I used to do before I got diagnosed. But it made me realize that I was putting a little too much in something that I really wasn't getting an enjoyment out of. So you guys got to look at that. You got to realize that a lot of the decisions that we're making, allowing ourselves to get a little depressed because we might not understand something. But you know what you do when you don't understand something? We go to my second bullet point. But let me first tell you the 4 types of MS. Okay? The 4 types of MS. The very first one is relapsing, remitting. They're actually starting to change this. I've started seeing a lot of websites, instead of saying relapsing, remitting, it's just saying relapsing MS. And for you guys that don't know what the first stage does, relapsing MS is the most common form of multiple sclerosis. About 85% of people with MS are initially diagnosed with relapsing MS. People with relapsing MS have temporary periods called relapse, flare-ups, or exacerbation when new symptoms appear. Now, a lot of us are basically out the door, straight out the gate, running a marathon with relapsing MS. That's the most frequently diagnosis that a MS warrior would normally get from a neurologist or a doctor that's diagnosing them. So then we have the second stage, which is secondary progressive, where the symptoms worsen more steadily over time, with or without the occurrence of relapses and remission. Most people who are diagnosed with relapsing MS will transition to secondary progressive at some point. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you. This is a theory for doctors, right? And I'm guessing this is the reason why they're coming out with so many preventive medications as they can, is to try to slow us down from going to secondary. So, not to be a bearer of bad news, but anyone that diagnoses you with MS would tell you this is an incurable disease. If you go research it, it would tell you that it is an incurable disease. All right. So right now, I think we have a tendency of wanting to force the curable treatment. We're looking for a lot of these treatments to be curable. So when people say that this was my miracle drug, for me personally, when I say Tesabri was my miracle drug, I'm not saying that it cured me whatsoever. What it did for me was what, 5 years, it prevented me from being active. My lesions were being active. And so for me, that was a miracle drug. Because at the first 6 months, my lesions were everywhere to the point that I was almost placed in a wheelchair. And so I was basically getting forced in secondary, the second stage of MS. But it just so happened me taking the treatment of Tesabri, it helped me, and I kind of got some of my ability of my gait and everything like that. I was able to walk a little bit better and whatnot. So when you guys are trying to do these treatments, please research every treatment. Just don't sit and have the doctor. To be honest with you, if a doctor comes to you with a treatment, ask them, is this the only option that I have? If they tell you that's the only option that you have, basically what's going on is that's the only option because that's the option in their pocket. Now, don't take that as being that the doctor is a bad doctor, but they're not able to offer you any other type of treatment due to the fact that they're coupled up with that pharmaceutical company that's providing that MS drug. I can say I've been able to be seen by neurologists that not only allowed me to continue my treatment with Tesabri, when Tesabri wasn't one of their drugs per se, were their main drugs anyway, but it's best to try to have a doctor that's open-minded and that doesn't stop you from trying something else, because the drug that they're trying to give you just might not work for you. And don't be scared to sit up and tell your doctor, you know what? No, I don't think that's going to be a great deal. You know what? The doctor just might tell you, well, you need to go see somebody else. And you know what you do? You know what you do? Women, you get your purse, men, your wallet or a book bag, whatever you came with, and you start packing it up, and you put it on, and you say, well, bye, Felicia, and you go on about your business. You won't walk out the door, because that's somebody just basically forcing one medication on you, and if it's not working for you, then you're doing your body harm, and that's causing more problems, guys. So I'm going to look at the comments here, because I see a huge bunch of comments that I didn't get a chance to say anything about. Let's see. All right, you guys talking to Miss Sherry a little bit. That's great. Hi, see, I like that, Miss Lakeisha. I'm selling shirts too. See, look. Anybody, and that opens the door for me to say, if anybody that's doing anything, habits, or coming up with ideas, and a lot of us can't work, and we have to make money some way, guys. And I hate the fact that we tell other warriors that if you're selling something, don't present it to me, because it's not what that group's about. I'm happy to promote anybody on this page that's trying to do anything. If you have anything that you are wanting to sell, guys, put it on ICanBeatMS page here. It's no problem. And anybody in the groups that I'm sharing this with, this is no offense to you guys, because I understand rules and stuff, and I try my best to abide by them. So this is not saying anything about the groups, guys, because they have rules, but I'm just letting you know, even in the groups that I am in, if you guys feel that you have something that you want to share with everybody, and that's your way of making money, feel free to go to search in the ICanBeatMS page or inbox me, and I'll share it for you guys. But anyway, so let's see. Miss Knows had posted, she knows one of the types of MS. Great. Somebody said something awesome. Let's see. And Miss Sherry says that's what she's on right now, and they refuse to take her off it because they don't know what's keeping her alive. Ugh. It is. Miss Sherry, to be honest with you, I feel it is a good drug. The only downfall for it is the PML, the brain thing. That's why my neurologist took me off of it when I came back home and put me on a Crevis. To be honest with you, I don't know the difference right now. My lesions are still at a standstill. And for you guys that are coming in, I totally appreciate it. You're watching. And that's the website, guys, with the different types. Let me go ahead and do these other two so we can go to the next bulletin. The primary progressive. This type of MS is not very common, occurring in about 10% of people with MS. Primary progressive is characterized by slowly worsening symptoms from the beginning with no relapse or remissions. So basically, it progresses slowly, but it's kind of like a bad situation. All right. And looking at progressive relapsing, it's a rare form of MS. 5% is characterized by a steadily worsened, decreased state from the beginning with acute relapses but no remission, with or without recovery. So that fourth stage is the stage where a lot of doctors really don't want to touch people, are kind of scared to deal with because they try to write you off. And that's a sad situation. But guys, what I can say, if no one has told any one of you guys, you are brave, you are strong, and our worst enemy is ourselves. And a lot of that comes from not knowing and not wanting to give up something that we feel that we're so in love with. And sometimes that love that we have is materialistic. Have you ever thought that maybe this diagnosis could have come from because you're not living right? And when I say you're not living right, I mean like health-wise. Possibly in a stressful environment. We've talked about this on the show plenty of times about going out to fast food restaurants, going out eating all the time, and just putting toxins in our bodies. Heck, if you really want to get technical, the colognes, the perfumes, the lotions, the powders, the dyes in our head, all of the stuff that we're using in some form of fashion as some type of chemicals that we're using to put in our body. And not saying there's anything wrong with it, but we have started to use so much of these things that we're not realizing that it is causing so much harm. How many commercials can you say that you've seen within the past couple of years that they've did recalls on? The stomach band that tries to help you with losing weight. The items for women that they can put in their female areas to help with possible periods or birth control. Heck, you know, like I said, the powders. So many people, lawsuits about folks dying and finding out they have cancer from using some of the powders and whatnot. So think about it. Try to look for more of the good side. The reason why See, look, she just said the lap. That's all. The lap band almost killed her, and we're and nothing against that, but we get so consumed with the fast because society makes us feel as though if we don't do things fast, then we're going to be behind. And so we try to go in hard for something fast, and we have the operations. We're doing the tucks and the nip and tucks and you know, major body surgeries. People are augmenting their bodies and all this stuff, and then they're wondering why they're getting sick. We're doing it to ourselves, and then we're blaming other people for the reason why. I wouldn't be like this if you would have known what you were doing. Why aren't we satisfied? So I hate that I lost a lot of people. A lot of people were watching, but that's great. That's still, we do have people on, and I am going to share this. So, but we did the 4 types of MS, right? So look at my other bulletin. So you have these 4 types of MS, and once the show is over, I'm going to update the heading with the 3 bullet points and that actual website. So if you guys wanted to go back and look at the description and click on the link so that you can go and read a little bit more about the different types. This is where that second bulletin come in. Research, but do not overly research. You can sit and Google for hours and hours and hours about MS, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and scare the crap out yourself and make the situation even worse. Okay? Because there are a lot of sites, there are a lot of videos where people are just scared, so hurt, and when you start listening to some of these stories, which I have, you can scare some crap in your pants, basically, pretty much, and no one can really tell you how to feel. Okay, eat good, and you can watch the last of the show a little bit later. You can come back, but oh man, she kind of threw me off. Shoot, basically we're our own enemy, and so but you do need to research. Once you get diagnosed with MS, go research. Go look at what it is. Go find out and see what type it is. Go see what type of medications are out there. You don't have to take the medication, guys. It's really up to you. If you want to take the medication, should you be on some medications? A lot of the neurologists will prefer patients to be on some type of preventive medication. I'm going to be honest with you. There are a lot of warriors out there that are not. They're doing like herbs. So that's why I say you need to research on your own. A lot of doctors will tell you whatever they can tell you. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. Yeah, you know, and the sad thing about finding out what medication works for you, you have to try medication. Every medication is going to have a side effect. And again, that's where the research comes in. Let them give you that pamphlet. Let them give you that pamphlet. Take that pamphlet home. Look at it. And that's why I was stating, when someone tells you, hey, we want to put you on this drug. All right, you got some literature about the drugs? Okay, so what are my other options if I don't like what I'm reading? Well, we don't have, no. You cannot tell me this is the only drug that's out there, because guess what? I was watching Multiple Sclerosis Monday, and this bald head dude with a receding hairline was telling me that there's more than one medication out there. And so either he was telling a story or you're telling me a story. What's the truth? And don't let the doctor sit up and say, you can't handle the truth. You tell them that. They just can't handle it because they trying to make you take something that you don't want to take, basically. And then it might work, you know, but still, you want to get the literature first before you do the okay. I mean, you could be allergic to it. You never know. Look up on him. So research, but don't overly research, guys. Let's see what time I got here. 40. Wow, I haven't asked anyone if they want to come up. My last bullet point, and I'm gonna see if anyone wants to step up and say anything before we call this a night. Find support. Finding support, guys. A lot of our support issues come with our family. We lose a lot of family, if not a bunch of friends, when people find out that we are diagnosed with MS. You know, a lot of people, they be like, okay, we got you. We got you. But within a couple of months, they start falling off because, one, you can't go out and party anymore like you used to, possibly, depending on how hard you've been hit and what stage that you're in. Or they just don't like the fact of seeing you going down like you're going down. And especially if you can't personally handle it, they're not going to be able to handle it. It's hard. Yes, support is very difficult. So if you're not able to find support like physically around you in your household, the next advice that I can provide is come into Facebook. There's a lot of groups. Pick your choice. I'm not going to be biased and tell you to come my way. Just really, it's doing your research. You know, look at the rules and regulations, because some people, rules and regulations can be kind of iffy and questionable. But sometimes you need that. Because some people, even those with MS, can be jerks sometimes. They can be very nasty. And so you don't want to put yourself in a group that that you feel uncomfortable with. So do a little research, look at the stuff and whatnot. The next thing is, for anybody that's watching, if you don't know, guys, if you don't know, the best thing that you can do, go to the National Multiple Sclerosis website. Let's see. I'm finna give it to you. The National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Alright, that's one. Then we have MS. We have MS Foundation, Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. That's the other one. It is one more. Let's see. I know for a fact those two. Alright, so I'm finna put the link in. Here, guys. And for those that are still watching, I totally appreciate it. Those that are coming in, I totally appreciate it. We're talking about today. The title is, I've just been diagnosed with MS. What do I do? I am posting this website here. That's the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. And then I am going to hit you with the MS Foundation. Now, guys, these two websites, if you haven't already, even those OGs in the game that's been in the game for 23 plus years, if you haven't done this already, shame on you. But the only reason why you probably haven't done it already is because no one has told you. Go find their website, find their 1-800 number, give them a call, register with them. What happens is they send you information on daily events possibly and stuff that's going on. Not only that, you can sit and talk to the MS National Society that and see if there are any groups that are in your area. And this is physical people. Some groups are wonderful, like Miss Sherry group. If I was in a town where Miss Sherry was, I would probably be there before everybody else, especially Paul. But don't tell Paul that I told you guys that I will be there before him. I don't want Paul to take any more food away from me. He's been very mean to me. But don't tell him I told you. Oh crap. Paul, you're actually you're watching the feed. You didn't hear any of that. So, All right, Miss Sherry says, anybody in the... Oh, it's for here. See, Miss Sherry, if anybody... You know what, Miss Sherry? I have a lot of people in Texas that watches. And, yeah, guys, if you guys anywhere near Paul or Miss Sherry, anywhere that part of the map, guys, that's probably where you want to go. You might want to commute, minute, transfer, move, something. That's where you want to go. So, if the MS apocalypse happens, I'm probably going to move that way. Miss Sherry's going to hold us down. She just doesn't know it right now. But if no one has told you guys, seriously, you need to call these people, call these groups, especially the foundation and the society. The reason for it is you can get a free cooling vest. I'm not sure if it's the foundation or society that offers, if you're needing an air conditioning unit, a window unit, or an actual movable unit. The last time when I got mine, it was under $400. They order it for you. They pay for it. You don't have to worry about going in the store. You find something online, you send them a picture while you're on the phone, and the person order is right there, and it gets sent to you. Like, easy. Yeah, and the foundation has, not saying that you would want to use this, but if you see yourself that you're in a bind, they financially help at least one time. Yes. See, look, some of you guys already know this, and that's great. We do have things out there. It's just a lot of us don't know because a lot of people aren't talking about it. A lot of people aren't sharing it. The websites are there. Do you know that I really just haven't seen, I could be wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, I have yet to see a National MS Society commercial on TV, or Multiple Sclerosis Foundation commercial on TV. I have yet to see any of that being promoted unless I'm just watching the wrong channels. Again, like I said, I'm not saying that they're not doing it, but I could be wrong. And a lot of the chapters aren't in every state. So, like when I was in Mississippi, I had to call Alabama to talk to someone because Alabama was over Mississippi and Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's a scary situation. See, and sometimes, it shouldn't be no sometimes. This is not a rare disease anymore. I want to say, and don't quote me on this, but I want to say at least one person from this point on until however long I feel, at least one person a day get diagnosed with MS. I'm pretty sure it's more than that. And I'm talking about legit diagnosed with MS. It's not a rare disease anymore. What it is it's a rare, how you say that? A rare talked about disease. It's a rare talked about disease. It's not a rare disease. The only way that this disease is going to be seen if it's seen by people like us. And see, I had a lot of my merch. Like last year around by this time. But unfortunately, some bad things happened to my merch. Can't speak on it. But so now I have to build my merch back over. But I'm kind of glad because I have new ideas about merchandise and stuff. And so I like my new ideas better. And so yeah, that's it for tonight. But I would love to see. I give it's what we've been talking about 50 minutes. Would anybody out of the 5, 6, 7 lovely people that are watching right now, would anyone love to come up before I say goodnight to everybody and speak on different ways that you can look at after being diagnosed with MS? Before I say goodnight. I don't know. At one point in time, I had like 15 people watching that I know of. This is more than double. Let's see what Paul said. Paul, what'd you say? Good God, Paul, you said a lot of stuff. Paul said this is more than double the last reported number. I love Paul. See, Paul gives out great information. And the first national research of MS prevalence, I sure didn't say that right. Since 1995, the society also estimated that 2.3 million people live with MS globally. About 200 new cases are diagnosed each week in the United States, says MS Discovery Forum, June 2018. See, I told you at least one person a day get diagnosed with MS somewhere in this freaking world. And guess what? What really pisses me off about the whole situation is they really don't know how many people are being diagnosed or has been diagnosed because it's not registered completely. It is not told to the doctors to register diagnosed patients like there is for AIDS and cancer. They really don't keep records on it. Don't shoot me on this or quote me on this or look at me like I'm crazy, but I really think it's like one of those situations where, yeah, okay, that's a horrible disease and it might take you out horribly at some point or another, but, well, whatever. Right now, I don't see no need of clocking that at the moment. How and what? You can date this back way before 1975, where how people got diagnosed. They used to put you in a heated bath, a tub of hot water, and that's how they diagnosed you. I read that up on dang, I'm gonna have to pull that back up. I got it somewhere in my my little research that I was doing a couple of years ago. But yeah, that's how they used to diagnose you at the beginning of all this. They used to put you in a freaking hot tub. And you know how a lot of us, we get in the shower with the hot water, we get fatigued and lazy and just out of breath and can't move really and probably start cramping and whatnot. Yeah, thank you, Paul. And see, guys, this is what I'm stating. For you guys that are watching this now and for you guys that will watch this, those two websites and groups that I am posting this in, I am going to have the link for those two websites. It's the multiple sclerosis group and the foundation group. Please don't kill me or pull my video off, because this is very important information that people need to know that have been just diagnosed, because this can help in some form of fashion. So please don't pull the link off. And if you feel that you need to, because in your rules you've stated that, hey, you can't have no links, do what you must. All right, but I really think that you're just depriving our fellow warriors of great information. So if I've stepped on anybody's toes by saying what I just said, or stepping on any group toes that I post some links attached to this video, then I shall not apologize, because I feel that it's the right thing to do. All right, guys. So for those that watched and I did not get a chance to say goodbye to, I do apologize. for that. And don't forget to call your drug company. Yes, Paul, because guess what? Calling your drug company, sometimes you can really find out that they will cover the full cost of your drugs. I've had that happen a couple of times with the drugs that especially if you're anyone that's taking Lyrical, they have a program. If you're on Medicare or Medicaid, that you can actually sign up with for a whole year. They will pay for your Lyrical, regardless of how much it is, how many milligrams that it is. You'll be very surprised, because these darn drug dealers, they know this crap costs too much. And they make enough money to sit up here to help people like us to pay for it. So don't, guys, research. But don't research too much. But research. Not a lot. But enough. If that makes any sense. So, and that's sad. You can get cheaper medication. You can get cheaper medication in Canada, but overseas, that's a lot of people that are not getting medications at all. Wow, we have a significant weather advisory that has been issued for my county. So we got some bad weather coming this way. So I guess I'm kind of glad that I'm getting ready to get off. My internet is probably going to mess up, and so I don't want to mess up on you guys. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see this big old subscribe button that's right there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you guys again. But you should see a previous episode right here as well for Multiple Sclerosis Monday. And if you're watching this on Facebook and you haven't been to YouTube and you haven't seen any of the 100 videos that I have posted already that still have some relevant information, shame on you that you haven't went and subscribed yet or hit that like button or had any comments or anything. Why? So, with that all being said, guys, I hope that I've been able to help. And you guys do know that you can continue to comment and talk to each other even after I am done running my mouth, because that's what we do. And if you haven't noticed, guys, I do come back. If not later on tonight or tomorrow, if you have said something that I was needing to answer, I do come back and reply to it. So with that being said, guys, I love you. And in French, j'aime. You have a great day. I'm going to take some more medication here and lay my tail back down. And I thank you guys for being patient with me, and because I would have stayed on a little bit longer, but yeah. Hopefully I'll be all right Friday. And we'll have a little fun with our emotional multiple sclerosis day. See you guys later. Loves you too.